Did Ben Whittaker quit at the weekend? Yes, I'm talking about Ben Whittaker following his fight with Liam Cameron, which ended in a fifth round split decision draw. Did he quit or not? I mean, that is the overriding question coming out of the fight he had with Liam Cameron this weekend. A lot of people are not happy with Ben Whittaker. They're saying that he was looking for a way out. His opponent said so after the fight. He was quite vocal and said, look, I was on his case. I was getting to him. I was starting to beat him up and he didn't fancy it. That's what he said. And it would appear that a lot of people in the trade are agreeing with him, both pundits, other fighters, fans online. I'm seeing a lot of stuff, a lot of disparaging comments being made against Ben Whittaker. Did he quit? That is the question that everyone's asking. I mean, the fight got off to a good start for Ben Whittaker. I thought he looked pretty sharp in the first round. Second round, a bit more even, but I just about gave him that round as well. But from the third round on, I got to say, man, that Liam Cameron started to put the pressure on and it was becoming a real fight. I mean, at the end of the up until when the fight was stopped, I think I pretty much had it even, or maybe just slight nudging towards Liam Cameron. That's not to say that under normal circumstances he would have gone on to win, because you never know what's going to happen. But they tangled up on the ropes. They went over the top rope and fell on the floor there. And Ben Whittaker, when they pushed him back in the middle of the ring, he was claiming that he couldn't get up, that he damaged his ankle, and he said he couldn't fight on. Now, listen, only Ben Whittaker will know exactly what happened, which is why I am not going to be one of those that are just going to start slagging him off like that, because we're not in there. We don't know. And I'm very wary in any case of calling fighters quitters. It's just something that I tend not to want to do. I box myself. I know how difficult this sport can be. If he was injured, this is what I'm saying. If he was injured, then in my opinion, he was right not to go on. And I'll tell you why. Because it's hard enough fighting with two good legs, let alone fighting with one leg in effect against an opponent that was obviously growing in confidence and giving him a real test in there. So it's highly likely that if he'd have fought on with just the proper use of one leg, he would have got beaten and maybe beaten up quite badly. So I don't blame him. If the injury was genuine, I mean, we've not really heard too much in the way of proof yet, but if he was genuinely injured, then I have no problem with him pulling out. I don't think that's cowardice. I just think that's being smart. I mean, I think it was the late, great Bob Marley that said, "He who fights and runs away lives to fight another day." What I would like to see now is a rematch, though. I think Liam Cameron deserves that. I thought he put up an excellent performance on the night. He's no mug, by the way. He's a good fighter. I mean, you're talking about a former ABA champion, former Commonwealth champion as a professional. He's had his problems out the ring. He's come back. His previous fight, he pushed Lyndon Arthur, former British champion, very close. So he's no mug. And he definitely deserves, based on what we saw at the fight with Ben Whittaker, he definitely deserves a rematch. But to go back to my original point, I don't blame Ben Whittaker for doing what he's doing, if, of course, the injury was legit. I mean, straight up, people are accusing him of bottling it. Like I said, I've heard a lot of people in the trade, fighters, ex-fighters, pundits, fans, they're all on his case right now. But listen, that's easy to say, innit? We don't know. And listen, on that old quit thing, weren't people saying exactly the same thing about Daniel Dubois 4 years ago? Remember when he fought Joe Joyce and he suffered that eye injury and he quit on the knee? And people said, oh, he's a quitter, he's a coward, he'll never make it. Once a quitter, always a quitter. He'll never be a world champion. Now look, Daniel Dubois is heavyweight champion of the world, as recognised by the OBF, just come off the back of about 3 or 4 brilliant wins now, including the most recent win against Anthony Joshua. So you've got to be careful when you're accusing these guys of quitters, man. Them just getting in the ring in itself is a very, very difficult thing to do. So like I said, I'm very reticent to label somebody a quitter. But I'll be very interested to hear what you guys think. I personally think he did the right thing. As long as the injury was legit, then I've got no problem in him doing that. Have the rematch. Let's see if he can beat Liam Cameron, you know what I mean, in a fair fight. But what do you guys think? Do you think he quit? Do you think he's a bottler, a quitter? Do you think he'll ever make it? Do you think he's hyped, overhyped? What do you guys think? I'll be very interested to hear what you guys say. Please leave your your opinions in the comments, and I'll try and get back to as many of them as I possibly can. Take care, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Take care.